Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And we'll be watching for stocks to pop up in these scans. Each morning we do the same thing over and over and over. Once I see one popping up, we come over and check the current bar volume to make sure there's enough volume to get in and get out safely. And what I mean by that is this number needs to really be flowing. It's not a specific number. We just want to see a lot of activity within this current bar volume. Also, this current bar volume is the very last candle, so this would be the volume within that candle. We also want to see these green bars breaking above this yellow average volume line. That tells me there's more buyers coming in than average. And when you see red appearing in these green bars, that means they're taking profits or selling it off. You also want to see the My Blessing indicator green, which is buyers, moving up as well. And this down here is a really fast moving money flow. You want to see it green as well. We have a bubble that pops up. This is measuring the percentage of the buyers and sellers within this candle. We want to see this bubble green, and preferably the percentages 90% and above. And we want to see this label all green. This is the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15-minute charts. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but if you look up here when it's really moving, everything is green. So all you really need to look for is everything to be green up here. That's when you want to make your decision to get in or not. Also, if you are new here, I highly suggest that you watch these live streams over and over and over until you catch on. Don't come here just thinking you can click the mouse and make make money. It's probably going to take profit away from you if you do. You really have to know what you're doing. We are scalping for seconds, sometimes a minute, sometimes a hair longer. So make sure that if you come in here, watch these live streams, never done it before, trade it on paper only. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results. Once you become profitable on paper, then change over to real money, but trade small share size, anywhere between 1 and 10 shares. If you continue to be profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you trust any of my indicators or my information. Just make sure you reach out to the ones that are licensed. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I appreciate each and every one of you who joined me this morning. Over in your active trader, make sure your TIF is on EXT. That means you can trade pre-market. And I'm running the pre-market scan here, the Momo scan here, the low float scan here, and the daily breakout scan here. Mine look a little different. I'm running some filters that will be released when the website launches. We did receive the server yesterday, not here, but it was delivered to the local PC shop. They are doing the final touch-ups to it, and I should have it in a couple of days. And good morning, YouTubers. You are on board with us for that free hour this morning. Hopefully we'll get a couple of plays in there for you. About 50 seconds to go. I don't use stops. Some of them may, but I'm scalping. I've got my hand right on the button to sell if it doesn't go my direction. Not really in long enough to set up a stop and a take profit and a get in here. We're scalping. It's going to be in and out real quick. Ten seconds to go. All right, let's see if something pops up. Sometimes we have to be pretty patient. Sometimes we don't get something right at the start. It's been a great Monday and Tuesday. High profits were made those 2 days. Hopefully this will be the third one in a row. AES popped up here. One green candle. We don't have the volume yet. And when we don't have volume flow, a battle going on, we do not enter a trade. EDBL. This was yesterday's mover. Maybe we'll get a little bit out of it this morning. Let's see what happens. 100% on that bubble. Everything is green, as I mentioned earlier. Let's see if they'll keep pushing it up. Checking the volume. It's picking up a little. You can see it right here moving. Let's see if they drive it up, maybe up to that $6 level. Watching those percentages closely. We want to see them up there in the 85s, 90s, 95s. It's still quite low. Doesn't look like the buyers are going to come in and really drive this stock upwards. Let's see if it maybe triggers on some of them page scanners out there. They see these little spikes and then they come in after we find them. They are driving it up a little bit, almost to 580, now 582. Not really moving like I want to see it move. So use caution here. If you're in profit and you don't feel comfortable with it, take some profit out. It's not selling off. They still could come back and run it up. So we'll keep an eye on it for a minute. You sell the ask to get out faster. If it's falling, though, you may have to sell the bid. If it's going up, sell the ask. If it's falling, sell the bid. Good job, Quant Baby. Some small profits, 65, 45, 14, 12, 80. Too bad they didn't just buy it up and run it up a few bucks. 125, 37, $7. 95, another $7, 18.50. $14, minus $14. This wasn't the best performer. If you got money out of it, you did good. Still not selling off. We may get a few buyers coming back in to drive it up a little bit more. We're watching these dominator bars. When they start getting tall, that's a volume increase. Right now, we don't want to see any red in here. No big red anyway. It's okay to see a little touch of red like that from profit taking. I didn't buy into it at all. I didn't feel comfortable with the trade with all of the tall wicks on the top here. I kind of picked up on some weakness right at the start. I may regret it later, but there'll be another one. Good job, Milo. $230. 54. Well, you're making dinner money. Good job, Greg R. All right, give us number 2. We're waiting on another one. EDBL still hasn't sold off. We'll keep an eye on it unless something else pops up. You can see the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart are now red, so they're going to be taking profits. All of the indicators have turned red from sellers. The money flow is red. Good job, Mac and Joby. All right, enjoy your coffee while it's warm. Hopefully, we'll get so busy the coffee gets cold. Patiently waiting on the next one. Looks like a few buyers coming into EDBL. This is why we continue watching them until they sell off. May end up being a $7 stock before this run is over, but don't buy it because I said that. That's a guess. Good job, Aaron. $36 on that spike, I assume. We made it to that $6 mark I mentioned earlier. Let's see if we can break higher. Currently at 602, bouncing around. Watch those lower indicators. This one's going to tell you when they're starting to bail. It's going to be red and falling fast. Right now we're looking good. All of the indicators are green. Still not breaking out like I like to see them. Red dominator bar, red my blessing line, red money flow, one red label, and a red bubble. A little minor profit taking going on. Good job, Joe, on the recovery. Good job, Invest Today. Got to get that timing down, Joe. It's all about timing. Good job, Ted. All right, looks like we're laying flat here for a minute. Not getting any progress done. We need a tall green bar to come in above this yellow average volume line to get another run up. It's really the only thing I see moving this morning. Hopefully we'll get a couple of more. Good job, Greg R. Waiting on the next one. You won't hear me talking too much when we don't have anything. I'm watching 13 scans this morning. So if I go silent, that just means I'm looking. Good job, Rebel Sheep. Good job, Mark. Looks like the buying interest is finished. It'll be trickling down from here, maybe. Good job, Seahorse. A few YouTubers making some money this morning. Good job, traders. Going to do a little exploring here. Let's check QBTS. We know that one was moving yesterday. Let's back it out to a 15-minute chart and see what it looks like. Looks a little bit promising this morning. It could turn around and run to later today. Currently selling off slightly. Majika, that's a good question. I don't think I tested it for pre-market. I'll look into it today for you. Looks like some latecomers showing up at EDBL. Let's see if they can break that resistance line. They can break that resistance line, pushing it up to a new high of 626 now. Some of you that have been here for a while, you might have caught that spike. You could see the momentum building. These are things you are trained to look out for. Continuing to climb a little. Now a little bit of profit taking. 640 now. Got to watch these stocks closely until they finally drop back down to the bottom. Just like this one, I decided to go back to it. And lo and behold, they were buying it again. Pushing up now, 647. Just a few buyers coming in here. That green bar down there needs to really get above that yellow line. There we go. 657. The percentages are just barely touching 90% at times. And I'm talking about this bubble right here. 666. What a bad number. Hopefully you got out right there and didn't trust it anymore. Good job, traders. Knocking that money out this morning. Now you got breakfast and dinner and lunch. Of course, you're probably limited to a hamburger and fries. Just kidding. Some of you made some good money on these trades. All right, here come a few more buyers into it. We're watching those lower indicators. That's how we can determine what's happening. You can see some slight profit taking going on right now, but the price is not dropping a whole bunch. If we get a tall red bar here, though, it's going to start dropping pretty quick. You have to watch the money flow. This is going to be the first one to start dropping, and it's going to drop fast when it does. But EDBL seems to be holding the price. Good job, Mac. All right, there's a little pullback here. Let's see if the buyers step back in. I'm watching the money flow indicator down at the bottom. I'd love to see it turn north, run on up to that $7 range. Not looking like it will yet, though. Looking a little bit better. The money flow is green and pointing a little bit north. Now, if we can get this bar here green and above that yellow line, it will break out again. Green bar getting taller. 680. Hopefully it's not a weak run upwards. We're back to red on the money flow. Well, back to green now. Can we make $7? Are they going to push it that high? It's yet to be determined. Don't think we have the buyers to get it any higher. Profit taking going on. Lower three indicators are red. All right, I say we don't push our luck anymore on this one. Of course, we don't run on luck here. We run on blessings. But if you feel like you're getting lucky, then the luck may run out. Mark, I am a coder. I've been coding Thinkorswim for a very long time, over 16 years. I've been on the platform since the 1990s. So everything I have up here is specially coded. Scans, indicators, everything here is being coded by me. I don't rely on X crossing B or anything like that. I monitor buyers and sellers through the platform. And when I follow buyers and sellers, it leads us to where they are, where are they buying, what are they selling, etc. So above the chat in YouTube is a white and yellow label that takes you over to our Discord. You sign up for free there, then upgrade as a premium member. You will get 60 plus custom scans, 30 plus custom indicators, and a lot of other goodies. You get help, support, help getting set up. Membership is $79.95 a month. It's easily made up on one trade. We'd love to have you on board if you're interested. Yeah, you got to do it 1 month at a time because we're getting off of Discord and going to a website that's been in the works for a while. It's called volumespikes.com. So if you sign up, do it for a month at a time because we will be merging over to the website soon. Thank you, Robert, for that reminder. Not seeing anything currently moving other than EDBL, and it's currently selling off. AKYA, I'm being told. Cheaper stock, just over $1. You got to be careful with these. They can go down just as fast as they go up. Sometimes they go down faster. When they're cheap like this, they are all over the place. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's kind of a guessing game at this point. You can see the lower indicators look good, but it can turn around in a heartbeat because people are buying large share sizes. Then that one guy may just drop 5,000 and get out of it, and there it all goes. This one's only paying pennies as well. There's a nickel right there. The bubble's pretty low in percentages, in the 50s. We have tall wicks on the top. These are sellers driving the price back down. We want our wicks on the bottom. We want the buyers pushing it back up. So when these wicks start developing, you better think about your position because you could lose a little. A lot of sellers pulling out of here. And I don't trade these cheaper ones. Of course, most of you know that. I prefer to stick up above really $10, but I'll trade some $3 or $4 or $5 stocks. But down here in the dollar range, they're just too risky for me. It has to be at like an A plus setup for me to buy one of these cheap ones. Good job, Autumn Rain. Good job, Robert. Got a few traders made a few dollars on it. Is that a symbol, TYPE? Nope. I guess it's not. Jay, it's when they are running up, slightly pulling back, running up again, and we start creating that ABCD pattern. Not just running up and then selling off hard. And those are very rare in pre-market. Usually when we find one, they are running. But I don't care how they run as long as they run. See SoFi making a little move here, but SoFi doesn't pay very much money. I expected this stock to run a year ago, and it never did. QIPT, I believe this moved yesterday as well. And I remember right, it took money away from a few investors. Was a hard one to nail the entry. I see a few buyers coming in on this green bar popping up here. But not getting anywhere. I think that's what tricked a lot of people yesterday. It looked like the buyers were coming in and then they'd sell it off. Troy, I am up $2, but be careful. There are scammers on Discord. That's the reason we are getting off of that platform. So if someone is messaging you with my name, do not trust it. You see me in the live stream. I am not messaging anyone. All right, I won't be able to get to your direct message till after this session, which will be around 9:30, 10 o'clock Central Time. You are welcome. You notice I keep coming back to EDBL. It hasn't sold off. It's trickled down from profit taking. It may not be over. These stocks can run multiple times. Noticing all of the very short bars here in Dominator. This is not a buy into this stock setup. So don't guess at it. We want to see these bars, remember, breaking above this yellow line. There could be some money there if you feel like you're lucky, but maybe not. There's that QIPT, definitely went down. Ben, are we lagging behind on YouTube? Thank you, Stone Cold. Maybe it's just his connection. EDBL pushing up a little bit. We do have another buyer bar here above the yellow line. I say stay clear of it unless we start pushing the red line upwards. More buyers coming in for the push, 685. Watch the money flow down here. This is going to tell the story. We need the buyers to continue coming in. Looks pretty weak right now, up and down, green and red. few more buyers trying to keep it going, but the sellers keep taking profits. Going to have the buyers outnumber the sellers to get it to push. Ben, it's right above the chat in your YouTube. The yellow and white label, it was refreshed last night. I'm kind of shocked nothing else has popped up and started moving. The SPY is trending up slowly. Good job, Mr. P. If you're going to try to play dips, you best play them on this 34 EMA, not just try to catch it somewhere in between. Robert, could you please take your caps lock off? Thank you very much. GCL, I'm being told. It's at the very bottom, about 295 currently. Let's see if we can get the buyers to continue coming in. We need some tall green bars here to push it up. Checking the volume is very low. It's not really flowing like we want to see it. We have red labels up here, sellers. Ben, if you look at one of the live videos over on YouTube, there should be a link in the description. Let me try to post the link. I don't think YouTube is going to let me post the link in the chat. I've tried before. I figured it out. There's a link to the Discord. That's right off the server. Should be a nice fresh link. Looks like I just can't right click and paste. I have to do the Control V. Well, we could use one more or two or five more this morning. Ben, I just posted it right above your last message. Are you on a work computer? They may have you blocked. Thank you, Doc, for confirming. Ben, the only thing I know, if the link is working, you may have to try a different PC or laptop or whatever. Don't know if this one is a squeeze or a recovery. Definitely sold off hard. Ben, I wish I could help you, brother, but I don't know what's going on your end. And in a couple of weeks, and probably not longer than that, you can join us through the website. It's volumespikes.com. It's not active currently, but there is a landing page there. AKYA, slight breakout here. Don't know if it's false or not. Watching the lower indicators to see if the buyers continue to come in. Few more buyers coming in. Sellers come immediately on board and take profits. See if the buyers can overcome the sellers and keep pushing. Nice tall green buyer bar for the break upwards. $1.49, $1.50. I would definitely take those profits. Don't know how much higher it's going to go. Take some of them. You can always leave a little there if you think it's got more to it. And once again, we're looking at a $1.50 stock. It can do anything. It can drop just as fast as it goes up, so use caution. Watching those dominator bars, we need a tall green one. There's a little push to $1.55 now. $1.56 on the spike. It's kind of all over the place. You can't really judge which way it's going to go. It spikes up, the sellers take profit, knock it back down. That brings the risk level up a little bit higher. Now they're selling. AKYA is the symbol. They're right here on the chart. If I failed to mention it, my apology. It's not going anywhere, though. You haven't missed anything. You are welcome. All right, YouTubers, looks like it's dead right now, and that free hour is up. I appreciate each and every one of you who joined me this morning. I stream live on YouTube for free for 1 hour on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Join me those 3 days. If you're interested in joining us as a premium member, click the label at the top of the chat. Sign up to our Discord for free, then click the upgrade channel to upgrade to a premium member. If you need help, just click on the support, submit a ticket. They'll be glad to help you. You'll get lots of scans, lots of indicators. You get me 4 hours a day, which is quite a bit. You also get training by Milo and help from all of the investors that are on board. Everybody helps everybody. If they have an answer for you, they'll post it. So come and join us. Appreciate you joining us this morning. We'd love to have you on board. And as always, God bless. I'll see everyone on Friday. I am out.